So you're thinking about renting a furnished apartment in a city like Dhaka? I mean, it seems like the perfect solution, doesn't it? The demand is absolutely skyrocketing, especially for professionals and expats, and it's pretty obvious why.
I mean, that's the dream, right? No freaking out about buying furniture, no waiting around for appliances to be delivered. You just find a place you love, sign a piece of paper, and boom, your new life starts. It is convenience, pure and simple.
Because, and this is important, what happens when that dream takes a turn? Underneath all that ease and convenience, there's some pretty serious risks hiding. And a few months in, that perfect setup can sour into a really stressful, expensive dispute. And believe me, this happens way more often than you'd think.
And this right here, this is the heart of the problem. You've got the landlord on one side, totally worried about their expensive TV or washing machine getting wrecked. And on the other side, you have the tenant, absolutely terrified of losing a huge security deposit over a tiny scratch on the table they didn't even cause. And you know what? Both of those fears are 100% valid.
All right, so let's tackle this from the landlord's side first. You've put a lot of money and effort into your property. How do you make sure that investment is safe before you hand over the keys to a complete stranger?
There are 3 steps that you just can't skip. First, you've got to verify who they are and if they can actually pay the rent. That means getting a copy of their national ID and some proof of employment. Second, you have to complete the police verification. This is so critical. And third, just a quick call to their last landlord. That can tell you more than any document ever could.
And get this, the police verification isn't just a good idea. It's actually the law in Dhaka. Submitting the CIMS form to your local police station is your proof that you've done your homework. If any funny business happens down the line, this one piece of paper is what protects you from getting into serious legal trouble. So whatever you do not skip this step.
Okay, let's flip the script and look at it from the tenant side. You're about to put down a serious chunk of change for a security deposit. So let's talk about building your defense to make sure you get every penny of that back.
Your to-do list is just as crucial. First off, make sure the person you're renting from actually owns the place. Match their ID to the property deeds or even recent utility bills. This is how you avoid rental scams. Second, do a super detailed walkthrough. I mean, test every single appliance, open every cabinet, and take pictures of any little scratch or dent you see. And third, demand a written breakdown of all service charges. No one likes surprise bills.
And here is a pro tip that so many people miss. Always ask to see the paid utility bills from the month before you move in. Seriously, the last thing you want is to settle in and then find out you've inherited the last tenant's massive unpaid gas or electricity bill. It's such a simple check, but it can save you a world of pain.
Which brings us to the one thing that protects everybody, the rental agreement. Now, this isn't just some boring formality. Think of it as a legal shield for both the landlord and the tenant. It's where you put all the rules in writing, set in stone.
Let me be crystal clear about this. A handshake, a verbal promise, it's all legally worthless if you end up in a dispute. Your agreement must, and I mean must, be a written contract on valid non-judicial stamp paper. Without that, you have pretty much zero legal protection. It's that simple.
So what absolutely has to be in that contract? 4 things are essential. 1. A super detailed inventory list with photos of every single spoon and sofa. 2. Crystal clear rules on who pays for what if an appliance breaks down. 3. Specific non-negotiable conditions for getting your deposit back. And 4. A clearly defined notice period for moving out. Getting these 4 things right will prevent 99% of all future arguments.
Okay, we've gone through a lot here, from both the landlord's and the tenant's side. So let's wrap it all up into one simple, ultimate checklist that you can use before you sign on that dotted line. And there you have it, everything in one spot. For the landlords out there, your job is to focus on identity, money, and legal stuff. For tenants, it's all about verifying who owns the place, documenting any existing damage, and getting every single cost in writing. Just think of this as your go-to cheat sheet for a smooth, peaceful rental. So, at the end of the day, it really comes down to this. A good relationship between a landlord and a tenant, it's built on trust, for sure. But that trust should never, ever replace a rock-solid legal safety net. Because when it comes to protecting your property or your hard-earned deposit, the only question that truly matters is your paperwork better than your gut feeling?